Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. We are in a bind. We're in quite a bind. I need to investigate what those crows are circling. Where are they? They're right over here. Which I'm hoping is something that'll have... That's a human body. Usually is, come to think of it. This is a spot where a human body is usually hanging out. So they're circling this guy here. There's some crow feathers, so let's go ahead and pick those up. Those will help with future arrows. Sweet. So the reason we're in a bind is we do not have the heavy hammer. I was really hoping to find it in Desolation Point, but that is often a pipe dream when you're playing in Interloper mode, because it either very rarely spawns in Interloper mode, or it straight up does not spawn on Interloper mode. And in our case, it did not. So now I am looking in every fishing hut, because in my original Interloper playthrough, the mini-series, which some of you may remember, God, we're at risk for hypothermia again. It's so cold. And despite every layer of clothing we're wearing, we're just not warm enough. It's crappy. Alright, here's a book, Frozen Angler. So we have lots of fishing skill books to read when I'm indoors and needing to warm up. So that's good, at least. Okay, there's, once again, nothing here. At least I hadn't been there before. Let me pay a visit to this one real quick. The hypothermia risk is a real problem. Okay, we need to keep our eyes fixed on the log sort pillars over there. Okay.
This stuff will come in handy.
Herbal tea is nice, but not really helpful to my current situation. I need straight up food, or I need a heavy hammer. Can you give me one of those? Evidently not. Anything on top of the potbelly stove? No. Okay, it seems like the fog is peeling back a bit, which is nice. I'm going to hop over here.
Trees?
I think I've been to this fishing hut already. Pretty sure I have. Huh, the crows seem to be circling a fresh kill. That could indicate another deer. I don't have all the matches in the world to be... There could be food in those boats. I need to check that. Oh good, I haven't been here. Let's get that reclaimed wood. I don't have all the matches in the world to be starting fires and thawing out deer corpses. Or cooking deer meat, for that matter. Unless I find a fire striker, which would be lovely. But so far, I haven't had that kind of luck. Okay. Let's pay a visit to these boats, because we have definitely found out that... Okay, wait. First of all, what are you circling? That's a human corpse. Crow feather, crow feather. Let's see if he's got anything on him. I doubt he will, because this is Interloper mode, and it's brutal. Yep, okay, nothing on him. Okay, what I was saying a moment ago is I actually am having a moment of doubt as to whether my guts are here or at the other location, so I'll have to check in a few different places. Okay, I don't see anything in this boat. Let's step up here and look at the other one real quick, and then I'll have a look in these huts to see if the stuff is here. Okay, I doubt there's going to be anything in an upside-down boat. Strongly doubt it. Especially when we can't get to the other side. Okay, there's another fishing hut that I'm kind of tempted to investigate. Yep, let's do it. Again, the huts are potentially... I feel like I've been to this one because I remember we, at one point, had to go get cattail stalks. So I feel like we visited this fishing hut. But in the off chance we didn't, I'm going to pop in here, then I'm going to run straight back to the fishing huts and warm up for a bit. I'm also hungry, which is not a fortunate thing. Yeah, I am pretty certain I've been here. Yep, I've been here. Okay. Wolf, hello. Let's run this way to avoid pissing that thing off. And we need to get indoors for a bit because we are at risk for hypothermia. So I need to get inside and just read for a bit, basically. Maybe improve my cooking skill. or improve my fishing skill. So our fishing skill can be somewhat ready for business when we can actually start catching fish. Come on, up the embankment. There we go. Any other wolves nearby? Here to ruin my day. Alright, so we've got most of the day left ahead of us. Let me investigate these boats real quick. Because again, there can be food in them, and I have found some in this very series.
I don't get food soon.
No, you'll be okay. Starvation will kill you slowly. Thirst will kill you quickly, and you've got water. So what you need is to stay warm. Okay, I've already been through everything here. Alright, no guts here. Still just going to triple check to make sure I picked up everything I could. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some reading. No, not the journal, just my backpack. Thank you. Let's do some reading, shall we? We also have some stuff to break down that's frankly kind of heavy. So let me go ahead and harvest this. Let's harvest this plaid shirt as well. Also, do we need this sport vest? I'm going to drop the sport vest. I'm not going to harvest it. But it's not as good as the one we're wearing, so we're just going to leave it there. Okay, and we have a number of scarves, none of which we really need. So let's go ahead and... Hang on. Would it be worthwhile to wear 2 scarves, you think? Not really. The decent wool toque is an impressive... Alright, the new wool scarf is what we need to wear. Okay. Okay. So in that case, let's go ahead and harvest a few more items. Okay. We've got 9 hours daylight left now. Can't spend too much time inside, but we've just freed up a little bit of our burden. Is there anything else? There's the work gloves, and those are actually pretty heavy. Let me go ahead and harvest the other. Alright, so we're harvesting those scarves, and now I just need to read a book. Hopefully the weather stays nice to me while I do this. But this is just going to give me... Oh, let's go ahead and drop the flare. Don't need that. This is going to give me the time that I need to... warm up a little bit, which is why I want to do this. So let's go for cooking skill. 5 hours. You're joking. Okay, never mind. Can't research. Got to keep moving. In that case, I'm just gonna... Let's see. Let's sleep for 3 hours. We're gonna be super hungry while we sleep. We've got question mark hours daylight left now, which means either a blizzard or fog. I'm gonna guess fog, based on the way the weather was looking. But we're about to tell if it's a blizzard. Let me go ahead and drink some of my water. Yeah, I think it's just fog. Fog I can work with. Okay, I am 99% positive that my guts that I have curing are at the other location. That's just fog. I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy. Come on now. There we go. Okay, they are in fact at the other location, which is good. All right, let's get moving. It's good because the log sort is... Okay, now it's much warmer. It's still below freezing, but it's not as bad. Especially since we're protected from the wind right now. But yeah, it's the log sort is closer to the path out of Mystery Lake. Actually, the log sort is at the path out of, or I'm sorry, to Mystery Lake, but out of Coastal Highway. So that's where we are trying to go. God willing. 6 hours daylight left. That's not what I wanted to see. Ideally, I wanted to make it to Mystery Lake in this day, and I don't know if we can do it in 6 hours. We're going to try, though. We are going to try. The only problem is that we are really hungry. What are you circling, guys? Is there a body out there I should investigate? Crows are circling something. I seem to remember there were crows up here before in a previous playthrough, but they weren't circling anything. That looks like something. That actually looks like something, but I don't know what it is. Weird. Okay, so let's keep making our way towards the log sort, which is right there, actually. Oh, I can see I can see the buildings right now. Cutting across the ice makes this trip a little faster. All right, let's make sure there's no wolves nearby before I make this little cut, because this is, after all, where I encountered my first wolf in the zone. So I don't want history to repeat itself. Can't go in that house, but the one behind the rock here, you can, and that's where our guts are. I'm going to pick those up, and then we're going to hightail it. One of the reasons I need to move quickly is I'm starving and losing condition, so I need to find food. Let's get some sticks while there are several on the ground, because we did use several recently. Oh, hello. Cedar limb appears out of nowhere. That sounds close. That sounds uncomfortably close. Alright, here's some pry bar and antiseptic. Here are our guts. 80% cured. Awesome. That is nice to see. Alright, now I'm officially encumbered. Why? Because of the guts. Of course, because of the guts. I can make some tea to get some calories that way. Let me go ahead and drink some water to see if that'll drop me below 66 pounds. Oh, just barely still above it. All right, that's not going to slow us down at that percentage. I just need to keep moving. At this point, guys, it's going to be a tense run. If I make it past this, it'll be lucky. It really will. I don't know where the wolf is, but I'm just going to make a run for it. Going to sprint all out for a bit here. This is the way out of Mystery Lake. Or, I keep saying that. It's the way out of Coastal Highway. All right, now let's turn around and see if the wolf is behind us. It probably is. I can't remember the last time I escaped from a wolf that easily. I don't see it. There's a bit of a slope, so that could be protecting my view. Yeah, it's not behind me. Okay. Didn't see the wolf, but managed to escape it. Can't do too much more sprinting right now, because I'm already halfway tired, and we have a long trip ahead of us and 5 hours daylight to do it with. And the problem is, I don't know if Fluffy spawns in the dam in Interloper. The dam is going to be one of the first spots where we can take shelter. The dam would be a great place to scavenge and look for things, but without something with which to kill Fluffy, I'm pretty much dead. Depending on circumstances, I might even be forced to risk it. I might be forced to just go into the dam and hope that Fluffy's not there. I'll go ahead and say this. I've said it in every series so far, but in the off chance this is your first time watching Against All Odds, if this is your first time watching a playthrough of The Long Dark and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about or who the hell I'm talking about when I say Fluffy, Fluffy is the resident wolf of the Carter Hydro Dam, which is going to be one of the first areas where we can take shelter when we get to Mystery Lake from Coastal Highway. See, I got the zones right that time. We're in Coastal Highway. We're going to Mystery Lake. But Fluffy is big. She is mean. And because wolves in Interloper mode are already stronger than usual, if Fluffy is in fact in the dam, she'll probably kill me. Like, I would not survive a struggle with Fluffy the way that I've survived countless wolf struggles in Against All Odds before. This is a different world, which is why you're seeing me avoid wolves altogether. I've already been through that particular... I've already been through that hut. It's not really a hut, but that's what I'm calling it. There can actually be wolves up on this path that we're walking right now. If I'm unlucky, there will be. And the problem is that if there are, there's not really a way to avoid them. Because as you can see, it's a very narrow path, kind of a mountain path. And yeah, we're going to be lucky if we survive this at this point. Because I have no food. I'm good on water, thankfully. But we're starting to get cold. We have a long way to go. Weather could turn on us very quickly. Okay, I shouldn't run. I really shouldn't run. It's going to wear me out. And actually, running when you're starving might actually accelerate the starving process as well, because running burns calories. So if your calorie meter is at 0 and that's what's killing you, and you start running, it might theoretically inch you closer to death that much faster. Okay. I don't think there are any wolves up here. I've never seen a wolf past the point of this slope up here. I don't think that's their patrol route. I don't think they go out that far. Now that I've said that, this will be the first time that we see one up there. But I am going to try to make it to Mystery Lake just right now. I'm going to try and just beeline through the transition zone and get there. And like I said, depending on our condition when we get in, I might have to risk it and just duck into the dam and hope Fluffy's not there. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've already been up here and investigated this corpse, but in the off chance I haven't, I'm pretty sure I have. Yep. I was up here earlier in the series. I remember. But now we're going to go the opposite direction. So you remember when I had finished collecting the cattail stalks? That's the thing about Mystery Lake. There will be more cattail stalks. Thank God. But when I had finished collecting the cattail stalks, this is the point. This bridge area is where we hopped up. And we came this direction originally. Now we're going the other way. And I'll say this again as well. If you are new to The Long Dark, just be mindful of how many Let's Plays you watch, unless you don't mind being spoiled. Because one of the great things about The Long Dark is when it's new. And when you are experiencing it for the first time. And you have no idea where you're going. So the more you listen to me talk about what lies in which direction, the lesser your experience will be when first playing through these areas yourself. But it also depends on your gameplay style. As I said when I mentioned this a few episodes ago, that might not be the case at all. You might be fine. Okay, we are leaving Coastal Highway. We are numb. We are tired. We have only a few hours daylight left. It's going to start getting colder. Yes, there is the possibility of finding food in this transition zone. It is slim, but it is there. So I will do that as well. I will take a moment to look for food because that could help us tremendously. And it won't take a lot of time in the spots where it could be. There's one particular location that I'm thinking of that should have a can of food. Because it pretty reliably has 1 or 2 or even 3 cans of food sitting out right here in this transition zone. Don't look down. If you're acrophobic, I apologize. I just got to keep moving. Don't listen to the noises. And get through this as fast as I can. Also, because I'm getting tired, I'm getting more and more encumbered. God, I remember when this system was first added, it did not work well. It was very easy to wear yourself out. Basically what would happen is encumbrance would start setting in even at higher levels of exhaustion. Or I should say lower levels of exhaustion. Even when your meter was mostly full, the meter would start incrementally reducing your carrying capacity right away. So you'd constantly be encumbered. That was the first pass of the encumbrance, or of the tiredness system impacting your encumbrance. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet. That was just the first part of the transition zone. We still have a ways to go. 26 degrees, so thankfully it's not that cold. We can survive out here for a while yet before we get hypothermic, but I don't want to push it. We're also tired, in addition to being hungry, so by the time we get settled, especially if we find food in Mystery Lake and can turn our situation around a little bit, our condition is going to be crap. Crap, crap, crap. Absolute crap. There it is. Feels like 17 degrees now, so it actually got colder in here. We are freezing, we are starving, we're getting tired. We're not thirsty. Just our luck, we're not thirsty. Okay. There are some spots up ahead once I cross this bridge. I wish I could sprint, but I don't. I don't want to push my character too hard. I want to just maintain my energy level. That feels like 13 degrees. That is not good. That implies a storm is coming in. We've got to keep moving, and we probably will have to hunker down in the dam and hope Fluffy is not there. If Fluffy is there, we're probably dead. End of the line. There's very little we can do to fight Fluffy off, especially with our condition being this low. I mean, there's a chance. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but it's low. All right. Thankfully, the temperature's not dropping too fast. I think the temperature is just due to this sudden wind. So if we get against these rocks... Yeah, okay. So it's just the wind for now, but that doesn't mean a storm is not coming. We're not terribly far from the end of the zone now. We're actually at a spot where we could potentially start a fire, especially if there's food nearby, which we're almost at that spot too. Let's hop over here and see... Hey, bunny. I remember last time I was here, a bunny came over like a slope really close to my face, and I thought it was a different kind of animal. Scared the living crap out of me. Okay, yes, there's some food sitting out. I don't know if it'll be good, but we're going to try it. There's also a mountaineering rope, which is perfect. Pork and beans, 14% condition. If we don't get food poisoning from that, we're going to be really lucky. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to come back here. We are going to start a fire. Was there any fire? I know there's a burned out campfire there, but let's come in here where it's a little warmer. If we go back all the way to the back of the cave... If we go back to the back of the cave... Yes, it does warm up. Okay, it feels like 43 degrees all the way back here. Now, if I start a fire... right here. Alright, so I have cedar firewood. Well, what else can I burn? Really just the cedar firewood, being honest. I have 7 wood matches left, so we're almost done with our matches again, which sucks. Can I use my... I have a 60% chance of starting a stick. I don't like any of that. Let's go ahead and use one of my accelerant, because I need to. And we'll go ahead and use it on... We're going to use it straight up on the cedar firewood. Alright, I see... some light creeping in. Alright, let's go ahead and cook the rusty pork and beans. This will hopefully improve their condition a little bit and prevent me from getting food poisoning, and also just hot food in general is a good thing. Food at all is a good thing right now, indeed. Alright, so there's our cooking skill improvement. Being near the fire is going to reduce our hypothermia risk tremendously. Alright, cross your fingers that I do not get food poisoning right now, because that would be a death knell. Damn it! Alright, I do have some antibiotics, but I need to rest in order for that not to affect me. I could rest here. I could. It would be warm enough back here. And technically, I mean, I might be able to get warm enough back here. Possibly. Let me... If I get all the way back here and stay back here in the cave, could I potentially survive the night? We're going to try it. I can't improve my condition right now, so this is nothing but bad news. Let me go ahead and sleep for an hour. This could be it. This could be it. If the temperature drops in the back of the cave when we don't have a fire going, the other option is if I go out and find enough sticks to keep this thing going. 9 minutes left. Let me see if there's sticks enough out here to keep it going for a while longer. See, that warmed us up. 10 minutes just to break that down. I need just a straight up stick. Alright, there's birch bark. There's a stick. There's more birch bark. If you're wondering what that's usable for, the answer is kindling. Okay, let me get back in there before the fire goes out. Okay. Okay, so that's 30 minutes now. Now I can go break down that stick. I can break down a couple of them, actually. Alright, it's going to take 10 minutes. Alright, that's that. There's another one. Let's get back inside. This is going to be rough. We are losing condition due to being tired and due to having food poisoning. And we're going to be hungry, which is going to hurt us even more. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to stay warm enough back here or not. So that just gave us another hour. Let's go ahead and rest. Our condition won't drop due to food poisoning while we're resting, but it will drop due to starvation. Okay, it feels like 81 degrees back here right now, but that's because we have a nice hot fire going. If I rest for... How long does it have left? 36 minutes? Okay, that's another hour. Tell you what, let me add 2 more sticks. Let's sleep for another hour. Ooh, God, this is rough. I need to see how the temperature changes. Feels like 87. So actually, it's now nighttime, and we're still okay. That's good news. So tell you what, let me go ahead and... I'm going to make some tea, because this will give us... This will put some calories in us, and also warm us up. And it will improve our rest as well. Alright, now the question is there anything else I can put on this fire? I can add this to it. This torch is almost gone. That didn't add anything to it at all. Alright, what if I had one of the... Hang on, I might be able to go out and find another stick. I'm exhausted. I can't run. Damn. I'm exhausted on account of the food poisoning. Alright, well, we are just going to have to rest. We're going to have to ride this out and see what happens. We've got 9 hours darkness left. Let's hope we don't wake up to a blizzard. I'm just going to try and sleep it out. We could very well die if it gets cold in the middle of the night. 22% condition. We're dehydrated. Of course we are. Because I forgot to drink before I went to sleep. So our food poisoning is no longer a problem. Feels like 21 degrees back here. So our bedroll was what kept us warm enough. But it definitely got colder back here. All right, so now we have to keep moving. I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here. And I'm going to do everything I can to get us to Mystery Lake in the next episode. And hopefully there'll be food in the dam to stave off our death. And if that happens, then we will survive. If it doesn't happen, then we're very likely going to die. Because 21% condition and impending freezing temperatures do not bode well. But at least right now, the weather is nice for our impending death. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in a survival, science fiction, and or simulation vibe air every day at 6 Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.